economic development on the rise, the Indian citizens' access to information and communication technology continues to grow. The private sector has been on the forefront of harnessing the potential of the medium, and today online delivery of services and information has become integral to business. Now, the public sector believes that the world of IT will have a crucial role to play in forwarding the cause of good governance. The benefits are endless: improved information and service delivery, increased citizen participation in the decision-making process, and a more accountable, transparent and effective government. Odisha is one such place where this movement has gained momentum. Hello and welcome to this special feature on the eODISHA Summit. The government of Odisha has embraced the use of IT to improve efficiency of its core government functions. So let's head over to Bhubaneswar to show you these key initiatives undertaken towards creating a successful digital economy. The eODISHA Summit brought together more than 400 representatives from all tiers of the government, ICT industry and academia. The summit focused on information technology in the three major domains of government, education and health, and brought key thought leaders together on one platform. The summit kicked off with the launch of eGov magazine, Asia's premier magazine on e-governance. The launch was followed by a speech by Shri Naveen Patnaik, the Honourable Chief Minister of Odisha and chief guest of the summit.
I am delighted to be here today to inaugurate this one-day eODISHA Summit here at Bhubaneswar. Undoubtedly, the IT sector is today at the top of our state government's agenda, and Odisha is trying its best to be in the forefront of the IT revolution. Four of the major IT players, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and Mahindra Satyam, have established their development centers in Bhubaneswar. It is a matter of pride that IT exports from the state was more than rupees 1,600 crores during the year 2011-12, with a growth of 17% in comparison to the previous year. The government of Odisha is committed in creating an open environment to attract investment from IT industries and foreign investors. With these words, I congratulate the Department of IT, OCAC, and LS Technomedia for organizing this e-government, this eODISHA Summit in Bhubaneswar, and hope there will be meaningful discussions during the day on the blend of ICT with government processes so as to make the government more efficient, effective, and transparent. Thank you.
Now I request Mr. Ranveer Singh, Group Director, Government Affairs, Microsoft India, to kindly address the audience. Mr. Ranveer Singh, please.
If we look at some of the technology megatrends today, you will notice that mobility is one of the big ones up there, while maybe the cloud is an all-encompassing technology trend. When we look at mobility and we look at India as a country, we find that the mobile penetration in the country is much higher than the PC penetration, and that's going to lead to a situation where most of the services in the country will have to be necessarily delivered through a mobile handset device. Social networking is another area, which has been booming. We have seen examples of this worldwide, where some of these revolutions which have happened in the last few years, the social media stepped in and played a big role. And lastly, on the cloud, it's going to be extremely important, especially when we look at our country. We still see a lot of work that needs to happen in the area of education, in the area of healthcare, and cloud services are going to play a big role towards that step. What we will need to look at very clearly, some of the pillars for improved e-governance in the country. One, of course, is making sure that the citizens are engaged. Number two, making sure that the workplace automation tools which are being used at the office and at the home are similar and it's easy to use. And lastly, the huge amount of data that is available with the government today, analytics and decision-making process needs to be simplified on that. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you once again. Thank you.
Major objective of this workshop was to create awareness among the stakeholders about various initiatives that has been taken in the state, and secondly also expose them to what is happening across the country in various fields, and thirdly recognize the efforts of the champions in various e-governance initiatives who have taken various e-governance initiatives.
The idea is that the IT projects and initiatives that the government has taken, it's at an inflection point. For a long time we have been trying, now it's slowly growing up. And I think it's possible now to accelerate the whole process and go much further. So towards that effort, towards that objective, this kind of events, they help you in the sense that people are aware of it. The people who have worked, they get the recognition.
eODISHA is all about bringing the success stories of ICTs in Odisha on a single platform where people can exchange their successes, knowledge and learnings with other stakeholders and take the ICT movement in Odisha forward.
No matter how innovative, a good idea will remain an idea until action is taken to implement it. It's time for a short break, but coming up on the other side is a session on the effective implementation of information and communication technology policies. Welcome back to the special feature on the eODISHA Summit. One of the major sessions of the summit was a secretaries' meet that brought together government officials from the fields of health and family welfare, education, finance, commercial tax and rural development. These experts had some interesting insights into incorporating the use of IT in key government operations.
Here we are going to discuss as to how we should go ahead in framing our ICT policy with respect to e-governance part, because we need to have one framework on which all the databases are linked together and they talk to each other. I request Mr. Vishal Dev to take the discussion further.
I think going forward, 2 or 3 things stand out. One is the focus area would be G2C, because the data is there, the infrastructure is there, the network is there, and we now have to see that our citizens get services in a friendly, convenient manner without actually visiting a government office. Second would be, again, we still need to build upon our information sharing mechanisms. There are some brilliant applications which have been developed by different states. But again, there aren't too many states who know about them. And each state, when they want to do something similar, would again go into that cycle of reinventing the wheel. And so maybe we all talk of convergence at the government level, but some convergence at the private sector level would also go a long way, so that this rut of being driven by a, let's say, proprietary product goes away. Thanks a lot for giving me an opportunity of sharing my thoughts.
Thank you. And now I will request Sri Vidyesh Khanolkar of Mastech to give his views on the topic.
The master plan or needs to think about that what are the various platforms that can be built over these basic applications, and how we can take advantage of this basic infrastructure which has got laid out. The other point or insight which I would like to sort of bring out is that this whole master plan of implementation needs to be sort of well communicated. I mean, what we have seen basically where, we have been successful is that right from the concept stage of this plan to the desired outcomes, I think that end-to-end clarity has to be there, and that end-to-end clarity is definitely there with the government leadership. Okay, but it is not communicated, all across the value chain. So that's, I think, what I wanted to share, Padi.
Thank you. Now we have Mr. Santosh Sarangi, Commissioner cum Secretary SCST.
As far as ICT policy and the roadmap is concerned, obviously a policy like this in a sector like IT needs to be more facilitative rather than regulating. When we are talking of facilitation, it's not only facilitation of the developers, but also facilitation of the users. When I'm talking of users, I'm especially referring to the governmental users, because there is a lot of inhibition, apprehension among the users on what to use and how to use. So these are some of the issues that an IT policy probably needs to address, and I'm sure with the kind of deliberation, with the kind of suggestions which I come forward, these are the issues which are going to be addressed. I must thank all of you, and especially Padi sir, for having given me an opportunity to share my thoughts with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Santosh. I will request Mr. Sasi Mal, Director IBM, to make his presentation.
We are talking about, what should we look at into the master plan. So I heard my fellow panelists, everybody talking about that there has been isolated development of applications in various departments and not much sharing is taking place. So I would say that it is not unique to you, sir. It happens even in private sector, it happens in large enterprises, because as user departments see the benefits of IT and how it enables them to do good business, everybody is in a hurry to implement various applications. So it is not unique in the government that we are seeing that today we have created, multiple databases, or we have created dispersed systems. I think it is a sign of maturity that you all people are identifying that yes, this is a problem. And so if we have to solve a problem, first it is very important to identify and acknowledge that it is a problem. That's all from my side. Thank you, sir.
Now I will request Mr. Ashwini Mishra, Special Secretary Finance, to kindly speak few words on this.
Our master plan should aim at one is massive computerization at government level and extending the public services to the citizens, say G2C. The other facility will be extending the facility to them, doesn't mean if they are not empowered. So empowering the citizen is another aspect which should be we should find a place in the master plan, where we have an adequate pool of talents, and maybe the quality improvement is necessary, because with mushrooming of engineering colleges, we have a lot of talented persons, but quality is to be ensured. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving an opportunity.
Thank you. Our last speaker for the day is S.N. Tripathi, sir.
The small department which I am heading now, with 38,000 files, now all our files, about 1,20,000 letters, 38,000 files, about over 7 lakh scanned files, and all the letters are being processed in OSWA system. And all the clerks, we had 56 clerks, now I have only 21. In fact, out of them, many of them may still continue to be technology challenged people. With 20 only, we are processing all these things. And I have not done very great thing. My limited point of saying is that we have to come up with a user-friendly platform where all the things are done, at least processing part of it. Thank you very much.
Executing these strategies will surely lead to Odisha and India's progress. We're going to take a short break now, but when we come back, we'll take you straight to the eODISHA award ceremony. Welcome back. The eODISHA award ceremony felicitated regional initiatives in the use of IT in government, education and health. The various categories saw deserving candidates that were rewarded for their use of technology to address social concerns.
To start with, the Government to Citizens initiative goes to the project E-Governance in Transport Department implemented by State Transport Authority, Government of Odisha. Now, the award to Citizens Initiative Special Mention Awards goes to the project Crime Criminal Tracking Network and Systems of Odisha, implemented by the State Crime Record Bureau. Technology partner is NIIT Technologies Limited. The Government to Business Initiative Award goes to the project E-Services by the organization Department of Commercial Tax, Government of Odisha. The award for the Government to Business Initiative Special Jury Award goes to the project I3MS, implemented by the Department of Steel and Mines, Government of Odisha. We move on to the next award, that is Government to Government Initiative. This award goes to Rupa Mishra, Collector of Khurda, for the project Mamata Tracking, implemented by the Collectorate of Khurda, Government of Odisha. The next award goes for ICT-enabled Higher Education Institute to the project Online Information System implemented by the National Institute of Science and Technology, Behrampur, Odisha. The next award goes for ICT-enabled Higher Education Initiative by the government, and it goes to the project Student Academic Management System implemented by Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha. The next award is for ICT-enabled school, and it goes to the project initiative to make an IT-enabled school in all respects to cope with the cutting-edge technology implemented by DAV Public School, Chandrasekharpur. The award for ICT for Sustainable Development Initiative goes to Odisha State Wide Area Network and Odisha State Data Center implemented by Spanco Limited. The award for ICT in Education Initiative by government goes to E-Result, implemented by State Council for Technical Education and Vocational Training, Government of Odisha. next award is for ICT in Financial Inclusion Initiative, which goes to the deployment of BizConnect implemented by Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services Limited, Odisha. The next award is for ICT in Healthcare Initiative by government, and it goes to the e-Blood Bank by the National Rural Health Mission. We move to the next award section, that is ICT Initiative for Urban Development, that goes to the project eODISHA e-Municipality Urban Local Bodies Automation System implemented by Housing and Urban Development Department, Government of Odisha. The award for e-Champion of the District goes to Dr. Krishan Kumar in recognition of e-District Pilot Project in Ganjam District. Next is the Special Recognition Award for e-District Implementation at Tehsil level, which goes to Shri Shatrughan Kar. Next, we have e-Champion Village Level Entrepreneur Award, which goes to Mohammad Shabir, Village Level Entrepreneur of Kishan Nagar, Cuttack. We next have the e-Champion of the State Award, which goes to Surendranath Tripathi ji, Secretary, Department of Rural Development, Government of Odisha. We move to the next category. We have Special Mention Awards. So the Special Mention Award goes to our Program Chair, Shri Madhusudan Padi ji, Secretary, Department of IT, Government of Odisha. Another Special Mention Award goes to Aditya Mohapatra ji, Head IT Promotion Cell, Odisha. This brings us to an end for all the award distribution. May I please have the honor of inviting the guest of honor, Dr. Damodar Raut, Honorable Minister, Health, IT and Family Welfare, Government of Odisha, to kindly share a few words with us. Dr. Raut, please.
I congratulate all the departments, all the organizations, those who have did marvelously and introduced IT in their respective department. I congratulate them. Finally, I congratulate Mr. Padi, who is now heading the department. I think Odisha should be among the states in forefront so far IT is concerned. Thanking everybody present here. Thanking you.
Well, there you have it. A look into one of the nation's leading platforms that's on its way to transform the government into an agent for growth and productivity. We hope you've enjoyed watching this show as much as we have bringing it to you. Keep watching ET Now for the latest news and updates.